Hello there all you mighty mashers. So I decided to record all of the previous presentations for those who weren't there for the first tournament, or for any returning players who just want to refresh on how to play the damn game. So first off is how you actually play the game, the inputs, the controls, so on. So here on the screen we have 3 diagrams, each representing a type of controller you can use. Up top we have the classic arcade stick. In the middle we have a hitbox style controller, and at the bottom we have a regular gamepad like you'd find on an Xbox or a PlayStation. First off we have of course the way you move about. This should be fairly obvious, so that's how you move left and right, how you crouch and how you jump. That should be fairly intuitive. Other than that, you have got 4 action buttons. You've got a single special action button. You've got a dash button. And we've got 2 macro buttons, which we'll get to later. They'll not be covered in this video. So, those 4 action buttons are punch, kick, slash, and hard slash, also known as heavy slash. These are in increasing order as listed here, heavier and heavier and does more and more damage, but are equally also less and less safe. Slash is a bit special in that it's the only one out of all of these that has got a different variety depending on whether or not you're close or far from the opponent. Other than that, there is a universal mechanic that all characters have access to, which is a universal anti-air performed by holding forwards and pressing punch, as such. Doing this will make your character invulnerable on their torso, essentially just their upper half in general, making it a very good tool for hitting people jumping in out of the air. Other than those 4, we have the special action button, also called Dust. Now Dust is special because its properties changes entirely depending on the direction you're holding on the stick when you're pressing it. In neutral, Dust is an extra heavy punch that can be charged up by holding down the button for longer. When you do so, you'll glow orange, as you can see on that picture there, and all Dust attacks like this must be blocked standing, meaning it's essentially a mix-up tool. Other than that, if you hold downwards and click Dust, you'll get a sweep, which will quickly knock the opponent on their ass and give you an opportunity to do whatever the fuck you want while they are busy climbing up to their feet. We've also got a grab by holding a directional button and clicking Dust. A grab can't be blocked, but has very short range, so it's also an essential mix-up tool. You will throw your opponent in the direction that you're holding when you do the grab. Next up, we've got the essential movement tech that is dashing. Now you can of course manually dash by double tapping in the direction you'd like to go. That is, however, not the most effective thing you can do in Guilty Gear, as it comes with a universal dash button. By holding down the direction you'd like to go and then tapping the dash button, you will instantly dash, which is a lot faster, so I recommend everyone getting used to using that. Next up we've got the command inputs, which are essentially how you do special moves like fireballs and uppercuts. They're done by entering in a certain motion and then clicking a button. So the classic one would be the quarter circle forwards and then a button, in this case slash. It would look like this on the different controllers. Now all characters have different special moves that have very different properties and inputs, so I'd recommend looking in the command list for your character and finding out what those are. Now last off, we have the most overpowered move in fighting game history. It's universal, all characters can do it, and utilizing this correctly wins tournaments. It's called blocking. Now, the way you block is very simple. You simply hold away from your opponent. So if the opponent is stood on the right side of the screen, the input would look like that on the screen currently. Now, holding back like that will block all medium attacks and high attacks, as in attacks that land on your torso, and attacks that come jumping in at you. If you hold down and back as such, you will instead be blocking mediums and low attacks. Now, low attacks are very, very fast in this game, so you want to generally be blocking low at all times and then change your block to be a high block if you see the opponent jumping in at you. You can react to a jumping attack, you can't react to a low attack. And that's essentially it. That's how you play Guilty Gear Strive.